Hi, my name is Beth Hiley here for Board Game Geek TV at Gen Con 2015. I am sitting with the slightly hidden behind the large box Stephen Bonacore and Stephanie Straw, both of Stronghold Games, and you guys have brought your labor of love.
This one is really the labor of love, my magnum opus, I think, of games, my very, very big 100.
Literally.
Yeah,
That's the size of that box.
So, Space Cadets
Away missions. Now, Space Cadets Away Missions, we start with the history, it's the third standalone game in the Space Cadets franchise, right? And Jeff Engelstein obviously did the original game, and then he did Dice Duel. They've always been cooperative or team versus team. I got pitched another game with this golden age of science fiction theme on it that was called Spacemen and Aliens, Spacemen versus Aliens. That's what it was called originally. And I said, if we could do this game in the Space Cadets universe, it would help the brand, and that would be a great thing. But it's retro sci-fi. This is a 1950s golden age, and Space Cadets is set sort of like in like Star Trek kind of timing, warp drive and stuff.
Right.
So we said, how about doing this thing as a prequel? So it's a thematic prequel to that, giving all the homage to that beautiful golden age of sci-fi. And if you can see, like the bubble-headed astronauts and stuff, all of the artwork is set in that kind of thing, and all the cards, the items that you have in there. You have like atomic rifles, neuronic hyperbolizers. I mean, all this silly.
A lightsaber, proton blade.
You have all of these things that would be reminiscent of the golden age of 50s science fiction. So we have this thematic connection to before the original Space Cadets. Obviously, you're looking at lots of plastic miniatures. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah, we had a hard time putting this all on the table.
We can't even fit all of this
it.
stuff on the table. This is a big, big game. What you're doing here in this game is you are going on away missions. You're going on and exploring alien spacecraft, alien space stations. Sometimes you're on your own. It's a mission-based game, and in the game itself, you have 20 missions thematically linked. And it's like a
so there's our mission log, so to say.
Mission log. There's a 48-page mission log.
And they're all very, very, very easy. Like, that's a mission right there. That's the starting intro mission. It tells you exactly what to put in the game, what tiles, what your objective is. Yeah.
You laid them out so that you just open the book to that page, and there's your mission right there. Next page,
and
there's your two-page mission.
Basically, the intro teaches you how to play the game, too. So you definitely want to do that one first, and then it'll teach you kind of how you can use your characters and how you move through on the away missions, what kinds of items you can do, and how you succeed against the aliens. So.
And one more thematic tie-in about the whole thing is this is now, since this is sort of set in the 50s kind of thing, in that science fiction genre, we've just started exploring the solar system. And as we got out there, we realized that, oh my God, all these aliens are now occupying the planets of our solar system and are about to attack Earth. So now we are adventurous rocketeers.
This is actually Mercury is the starting mission. You're landing on the planet Mercury.
Or onto a ship around Mercury or something like that. Because they are like tiles that look like they're part of a ship or of a space station from the aliens.
And you have all of these different characters that you can be, and they are unique. There's variable player powers, so that's something that's always good to add.
So even playing the same mission over again, if you play by a different character, it's going to be a different experience for you.
Yeah, and they have different strengths and weaknesses. As you can see, this guy has 6 HP, she has 5, this one has 5. There's some that only have 4, but this one's the super heavy, the chief. Like, he's the hitter.
He's the big hitter.
Yeah, but so that might be the one that you kind of want to set up as your bait for the aliens to go after, is he can take a lot of hits.
But I'm always saying his IQ is relatively low.
Yeah, he's not too bright. Some of the items, you have to have a higher IQ to be able to figure out the complexities of this technology, because you're finding the items. As you explore, you're going to scan this area, and you're going to turn over the tiles. The tiles will always be oriented. This arrow will tell you which way they go, so super easy. There's no, oh my gosh, where do I put this tile? And then you're going to experience different things. This one is an alien tile, and that's going to tell you exactly what aliens that you need to put out.
So a saucer man comes out?
Right, saucer man comes out. Maybe one of these brain leeches comes out, or these bugs. And they all have their own different abilities and cards. There's going to be these alien cards that will tell you everything that alien can do, what their move is, what their attack is, what their weakness is, etc. So you're going to have all that information available to you. And some of them will have different hit point levels too. So as you're exploring, you're going to be gathering these items. So maybe you have this proton blade, and that helps you. That's a good melee weapon, so that'll help you like maybe kill this guy pretty quickly. And you're going to do that by rolling dice. There's no attack and defense rolling. You're just going to roll to attack, and it's based on what kind of weapon you have. So this is close range, which there's a little circle around it. So I get to roll 6 dice to try and hit him. And the successes are a 1, 2, and a 3, so I actually got 3 successes on that one.
Wow.
I only need 1, but the neat thing about this is there are these overkill abilities. So any success outside of the first one, you get to take away 1 of his hit points, so that's good. But then you can use these different overkill abilities, which are the variable player powers. Also, there's an overkill on each weapon, and also each alien has its own overkill weakness.
So, think about this for a second. This is essentially like a dungeon crawl, right? You're going in there and you're finding things. You have a mission to go on to achieve. Now, with this overkill system, it is absolutely genius, in my opinion, because you're going to create this narrative story that you're going to talk about forever. Remember that time when I rolled 4 successes? I was able to.
Epic!
It was epic. I was able to shoot and kill the space leech. I then took my own overkill ability to move to the next square, and I picked up the thing and I used it on him. So you're going to create this great thing that you are the heroes in this game.
Moments you remember.
The doctor might shoot so quickly that he then has time to heal someone else.
Right. Now, in the spirit of Space Cadets, I assume that this is a cooperative mission that we're all working together to achieve whatever the outcome is that mission says.
And you actually get to choose the turn order as you go. You do not have to decide that up front who's going to go. You can just kind of go, who wants to go next? Oh, it would be better. We kind of need to heal. Let's do the doctor. Let's have him go first, and then we'll come in with our heavy DeSoto smash, and he'll just kill everything.
DeSoto smash.
That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying throughout the whole thing.
DeSoto smash.
And my favorite part of the game that I haven't gotten to play with is this brain in a jar. There's all these items that come out depending on which scenario. So, I mean, I've been having to look at this stuff, and I haven't gotten to play all of the missions, obviously, because there's 20 of them.
No.
But you actually have little bits
But I've been staring at these brains in a jar that I want to play that scenario that has those brains in
actually
a jar.
brains in jars, one of the miniatures. And this is it's a 2-piece miniature. It does come apart. You can paint the brain and then put him back into his jar.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we actually have some paints that we did too, and they look amazing.
So this will say how the brain behaves and what you can do to attack. It has a move of 0, obviously. So.
Since we're in the miniatures, let's go through it. 102 plastic miniatures with 16 unique sculpts. So this is why this game has been a passion for me to come out with this game. A massive undertaking.
And D10s. How many games have D10s?
D10s, and we used, and of course I said to my guys, to my printer, I'm like, I want speckled dice. I want cool,
that's pretty
futuristic speckled dice, not flat stuff.
But with a little retro flair in there as well.
Yeah.
You know, little Formica reminiscent.
It's like disco.
Yeah, a little disco. Yeah.
And there's cubes, and obviously all of these different tiles that you'll use for the different scenarios.
I'm sure that's a lot for people to dig their teeth into and really get a lot out of, and a lot of time for their money out of too. So if you want to experience the passion play of Stronghold Games, and that would be a Space Cadets Away mission.
We're going to be fulfilling the Kickstarter backers. This was my only game on Kickstarter. But obviously, you guys are going to get that first with the extra stuff that the Kickstarter backers get. That'll be at the end of August. We'll be sending those out, and then this will hit stores end of September, maybe beginning of October.
Are you guys saying pre-orders as you often do for your webpage?
For this game, because of the Kickstarter nature, no.
Okay.
All my games I do, but not for this one because that's sort of the bonus that the Kickstarter guys got. They're going to get those games first. I did sell them here, of course. I had to promote the games here at the show. Just a very limited number, and now they're going to get the games with their extra hardcover book. They get a hardcover book with 8 more
scenarios,
8 more missions in there, and all the artwork is and they're forwards by the designers and me. Who cares what I have to say? Jeff Engelstein contributed
Hopefully
one.
that's just like a paragraph.
Yeah,
it's not
it was like thank you for buying my game.
Yeah.
I tell you the history of the game and stuff like that. So it's going to be great. If you're a miniatures kind of guy and a thematic kind of gamer, this one is really yours.
These will be fun to paint for sure.
For sure. Well, Stephanie and Stephen, thank you so much for showing us this, and have fun checking this one out.
Thanks, Beth.
Great.